Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing you some tips on how you can get confident. So let's see in the video. So confidence is not being about arrogant, showing other people down or just outsmarting them or outplaying them. It's more about how you feel inside in yourself. Are you sure of yourself? Do you trust yourself? Do you have faith in yourself? Do you have faith in life? And do you have that surety and trust that everything is going to go correct? That is real confidence. So let me give you an example. So when I used to be small, I used to really shy talking to people who were older than me. I was so shy that I couldn't even make eye contact with them. I couldn't even talk to them. And if they tried talking to me, I would just act so weird. And the funny part is that those people thought that I was being very overconfident or arrogant and rude to them. But the actual case was that I was the one who was so underconfident, so shy. Like talking to elders or talking to anyone would just freak me out. Even talking to new people, talking to the waiter, talking to anyone. So the first method I did was that I used to brute force myself on these people. So no matter how weird I was, I used to go up to them and start talking to them. Yes, there were some awkward laughs, there were some awkward moments, there were some awkward remarks from my side. But I was just a kid who was trying to just get myself somewhere out of this shyness and underconfidence. So a few months and years passed, and after that I thought, oh, why do I have so much awkwardness in the conversations? Why is there an awkward silence? Why is this with me? Why is this not so normal and smooth like it is for others? So then I realized, actually it was not a eureka moment or a one time realization, but as in when I was growing older, I realized that there is something called as values that you stand by. So before this, when I used to talk with anyone or try to have a really good conversation with anyone, basically overcoming my underconfidence, I used to stand for nothing. Like if someone would say, "Oh, let's go to this place," I would be like, "Oh, let's go, let's go." And if in a split second they would say, "No, let's go to that place," then I would be like, "Oh, let's go, let's go." Like I was so focused on just making myself being liked by the other person, because deep down I was really scared of just talking to anyone. And I would catch myself having no proper, so basically I had no proper stance on anything. So my number one tip to you is that even if you're a small girl, focus on, if I would say for a small girl, I will give you a different advice. So my first advice would be to actually have values in your life. What values do you stand for? Okay. So based on how much life you have seen, you need to decide that in what situations you will be doing what. And if you haven't faced those situations yet, then you would need to make a template on which, if any situation arrives, you're going to follow that template or value in that mind. So let's say I give you an example. Let's say we all friends are, we are playing together, and you have a best friend with you, and she has a lot of friends and you are meeting them, right? And let's say when introducing about the girl who is introducing you to that friend group, she just says something bad about you. Like, this person is just so ugly, look at her hair, she's so curly, so rough. So at that point of time, there are many things that you can do, but the main value that you will follow, okay, is that no one should be able to say like bad thing about you, especially people who are close to you. Basically, the value is of self love, like you, and self respect. No matter you have curly hair, you have straight hair, my value in my life is that my best friend or my friend doesn't get to criticize me. She doesn't get to, if my best friend has to be a best friend, then she can't be criticizing me and my experience, my appearance. That is one value that I hold in my life. That is one basic template. If you have to be my best friend, you shouldn't be criticizing me. I have seen many people who have many best friends, who have a lot of best friends. Many people have many best friends, criticizing them, their appearance, and maybe for their equation, maybe they are fine with it. But my value, my template of decision is that my definition of a best friend, they don't criticize me, instead they would uplift me or just stay like that, like normal good friend. So instead of her, when she's introducing to her new friends to me, so my definition of best friend would be saying that she is Alina, she is a really good dancer, she is a really good human being, and she's my best friend. So once you have this value in your life, and so yeah, you need to set these values first, because if I did not have this value, I would still continue to be friends with that particular person. Okay, now because of this value, I'm able to make a decision whether or not this person gets to be my best friend or not. So when I have that value in my mind, I know that okay, this person doesn't get to be my friend, let alone best friend. So slowly and steadily, I will not make her my best friend and spend time with people, or finding people who align with my value, which I think is that a best friend is someone who doesn't criticize you in front of others. Yes, they can criticize you to you personally and also in a good manner, but not someone who criticizes you in a public place. Now let's say that if I did not have this value in me, and let's say I was just people pleasing, or I was just very underconfident, or I was just trying to make the people like me. So what would happen is that when the friends see that this girl is fine with criticisms on her appearance, what are they going to do? Like, if they have any criticism in their mind about me, they know that this girl takes criticism on her appearances and she doesn't resist it. She doesn't like care. So even I can just make fun of her in front of other people. And even if you do not say to them, not only now you have your best friend telling you bad about your appearance, you have opened the doors for other people also to say bad things about you. And no wonder why you're not feeling confident, because you're surrounded by people who are just criticizing you on your appearance. You don't feel good. With every bad comment, you feel even more underconfident. And the more you feel underconfident, the more you badly present yourself, the more you become underconfident. So this realization happened to me very late in my teenage years, when I realized that it is me who sets the standard of how I want to be treated. You might have relatives come up and say to you, so I used to have curly hair, okay, so they used to say all sorts of bad things. And even I used to have a lot of things, I used to be very slender at one point of time. They used to make fun of me on that. Then I had gained a bit of weight. Then they used to make fun of that. And people will make fun. But right now, what do you know? Like, you have to create an aura so that this type of energy of people making fun about you, people throwing you under the bus, people taking you granted, all of these can be erased if you have values in your life that you consistently follow and that you consistently make decisions out of. So if I was the girl at that point and my so-called best friend is criticizing me to all of her friends, then and there I could do many things. I would of course I could say that please, this is not true, this is not right that you're making fun of me, and I don't, just get out of that situation, because you don't need friends who just downplay you. You have to find people, or you will get people who will be uplifting you, who will appreciate you, who will admire you. You have to humbly accept their admiration. It builds your own confidence and move on with your life. So basically, we can say that you have to make some standards, and based on those standards and values, you have to adhere to your life choices. And after these choices and the good consequences, so the good choices lead to good consequences, lead to better confidence in you, better confidence in you leading to more good choices, more good consequences. Have a confident life. So that is it from me today. I hope to see you in the next video, and let me know in the comments what else do you want me to talk about. And yeah, bye bye.